weaker weapons. Now, of course, the Judge is one of those guns at this stage where I almost feel like it just slots into a full buy like absolutely nothing. I think on Bind specifically, it's a position where you can kind of look at it and go, well, there's quite a few angles that this gun is very successful. But I believe it's actually G2 taking the timeout because, well, if they lose this round, they're in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, despite these rounds being close and them almost pulling off some incredible rounds, it doesn't matter if you're not getting them on the board. F4Q are right back into this series, right back in at the start. G2 want to claim that lead. Now, what I saw there before we jumped out of game for this timeout is that there's a couple pieces of utility missing. We saw Mixwell is obviously working with a Spectre alongside his Viper's Pit, which will be very good if they get onto a site. But, for example, the drone you'll see for Coldamenta is not going to be in play. The Boombot for Nukia, not in play either. No snake bites for Mixwell. They're actually missing a lot over on the G2 side starting out this attack. So F4Q, although they're facing into a lot of weapons, a lot of the big danger plays that can come out of G2 in terms of clearing out corners don't really exist right now.
Yeah, they are, however, incredibly close to a lot of ultimates. I'm worried to see that showstopper come through in a matter of seconds. I would assume that's where they're going to be. And Kellogg's also got 3 kills in the last round, so he's almost got his Seekers. Again, Nuki, though, well, I guess he doesn't need to go and get the orb. He's already managed to find himself the opener. The nade will push Bunny out the back of the site. He does well to at least stay alive a little bit longer. And he actually gets a kill with the blast pack, just throwing it through. However, again, the trades have come back. And more importantly, the Viper's Pit is in play.
Yeah, this is tough for Esperanza. Not an ideal fight. Mixwell about to drop shot Zumba to close out the round. G2 storm the B site. And they've even managed to upgrade to an Odin. Mixwell's taking the Odin on attack side. Okay, I like it. They're going to carry it through. Give it over to Coldamenta. See what he can make happen. Hey, listen, I don't want to try and take any credit here. Coldamenta, I watch his demos to figure out how to use this Odin.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what would be some of the better spam spots. I guess if you can make your way into hookah, you can spam all of the close.
So unlucky.
But you can spam all of the lower angles, clear out some of the closer spots. I guess you can also spam into lamps.
Yeah, that's
you wanted
one of the main things, but they're not even going near that. They're bringing this Odin over towards B long.
Okay.
The whole team storming it down. They're up against weaker weapons, and they don't want to give any opportunities away. They want to make sure they can just get in here and trade. And look how different it is when they have this utility, the Boombot, to try and clear it out. They've got long control, and now they've even got the B site. I mean, this is they found the one hole in the defense of F4Q.
Yeah, they went for this almost aggressive pincer going down both sides of mid, and there's no one there. And unfortunately, the weapons that they have are not really going to play too much of a part in this round, I'd assume. Nukia in a pretty good space. He's actually going to use a showstopper. Okay, I mean, that's a bit of a surprise.
You're going to have smiles on your faces if you're F4Q now. They just used a showstopper versus, I think it killed a shorty. So, yeah. Hey, I'll take that trade any day of the week. And committing that much and already losing one player, I could have gotten a little bit worse, but luckily it is only Kellogg's default. Overall, a clean enough round out of G2, but that showstopper usage was, let's say it was unnecessary.
I guess it also gave him a chance to actually get out of there just by launching himself backwards, but it
just used the blast back to get out if he wanted to. Yeah,
seems a little bit much.
Yeah, I guess it is just the fear. Being backed into a corner like that, he doesn't want to take the TP and end up running out into someone waiting on the other side or getting chased down by these pistols. And so instead, he just decides, hey, look, yeah, it might not be the ideal on paper usage. It might be a little bit of a throwaway, but they have plenty of ults for the next couple of rounds. And the way Nukia's been going, Showstopper will be online pretty soon anyways.
Yeah, he's been having a worldie of a game. And I think that was the difference last time is that I would say, especially when it came to the attack side, Bunny had his number. Like he was finding a lot of value. I still remember how they actually closed the map with him in a 1v1, 2 seconds left on a lockdown to trap his opponent, and he just goes, screw it, I'm just gonna blast pack Odin with the Judge. It's like that was. I'm surprised, if anything, that G2 after that were just able to reset mentally, because I think I would have punched a hole in my monitor if someone did that to me.
I mean, you hear it all the time, right? Korean jet is the thing that gets thrown around, but it's not just about Korean jets. It's anything that is movement in Korea. These guys are not messing around with, and we've seen it on the Rays time and time again. I mean, we saw Bunny do pretty much the exact same thing here, actually, in one of the previous rounds where Mixwell was in the 1v2. He made the blast pack play out of heaven and didn't manage to get him. It was Athena again with a 3K, but as we come back into the game, obviously we've had a timeout called by F4Q. And on the defensive side, I'm interested to see how things change up. Look at the defense on the A side. There's Astra Stars and Killjoy utility locking it down, and this is going to allow for some early round aggression on B.
It seems like a much more patient hold, though. A default coming out from G2, maybe expecting there to be a little bit of a different stance coming out of the side of F4Q after the timeout. And it is. Bunny's gone for the operator, trying to find a little bit of value in. They're fighting for the extremities, but they've not really come across anything. Just having a few pieces of utility destroyed. And again, G2 look like they might just fall back into this B execute, which has been so successful.
They didn't take the ult orb on long Tom. I mean, they smoked it off. They had 3 players there. They took the control, and then no one took it.
One of them was Esperanza.
Esperanza was there. Yeah, he has 4 points away. It's a minor detail, but it seems like wasted map control, really. Anyways, G2 are looking towards the B side. They've
a lot of squids.
Getting their way back here. Squids absolutely everywhere. Kellogg's on the side already. He knows now there's one player inside the tube, the showstopper. Not going to connect out of F4Q, and Kellogg's is still lurking around, getting his reload in and ready to challenge for spawn. He needs to hold on to this control for his team, and that is until the Cosmic Divide comes in. Now, they can't really push out of there. Bunny surely not about to make a ludicrous play through this wall, and now they're kind of locked down for a little while. Time is going to start to fade away.
Yeah, 5K doesn't have any of his flashes either, so they can't even like burst back out of the Cosmic Divide, so they're just gonna save. They didn't have the right piece of utility, they didn't have the right weaponry either. Like an operator going through a screen is just a terrible, terrible idea, so they've just had to fall back. I will say as well, the manner in which Kellogg's is playing this guy is a different breed to what we see from Mixer. Like it is not the it's the same agent, but he is going incredibly aggressive, looking to try and find more openers alongside Nuclear, and honestly, I'm really enjoying it. Like, it's a much better style for him.
That was a very good read by G2 as well when it comes down to the late round and putting the Cosmic Divide in. Ooh, the Odin's trying to catch some players fading out into heaven, but F4Q just took in. So what I really liked was you saw, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 seconds left before the spike exploded. That's when the flash came back online over on the Sky side. And as soon as they see that utility has come out, they pop down the Cosmic Divide and say, all right, guys, how are you going to get through this? And there's pretty much no way. If Bunny had, like, I would say if that guy actually had a Phantom, never mind a Judge, he probably would have tried to entry like that. But it's that flash not being online for 5K that means they instantly say, hey, we're not going to throw an AWP at this and all the utility that we have. Let's just bail out of here. Let's save it for the next round. And G2 get a 5th because of that.
Yeah, I think, again, like, we've got to talk about the sides of the map. Like, you're going to be expecting F4Q to do a lot more damage when it comes to their attack side, but I think they're realizing at this stage we need to grind out some defensive rounds. Like, okay, maybe a 7-5, I don't think they'd be too unhappy with that, but G2 have started to have a pretty good read on the situation. They've had some strong defaults in the early stages of the round, and I feel like they've done quite well to almost just find the opening into B every time. Like, even though there's been a couple of players, we've seen early aggression that's not really given too much information over to F4Q. And when it comes to their default hold of the site, it's not really been going too well, other than the couple of rounds where Athena was able to just find triple kills, which he's a great player, but you can't rely on that every single time.
You see the importance of this Judge as well as the economy continuously gets tested for F4Q. Zumba having this Judge means that he can, not in this round, for example, but in some of the other rounds, drop over weapons. He can constantly have full utility as well, playing with that,
he's doing the link
weapon. Yeah, it's very important, having those kind of low econ, and we've seen it in other games as well, where these sort of weaker shotgun type weapons, they're niche, and they're not useful in every scenario. Sometimes you'll have a retake, and you'll be like, but damn, I wish I had even like a Sheriff right now. But the reality is they help you out a lot more than they hurt you.
Again, early shock dart. He's just going to tank it. Okay. And now, actually, if he gets tagged by this at all, Bunny is just going to be completely out of the round. Instead, they're actually going to put it into Hookah. Zomba now left on just 45 HP. He's got to be incredibly careful of the paint shells, and he is just about surviving. Some nasty tags coming through, and Bunny, he's only shooting utility at this point. He's not hit a single member of the opposing side.
Bunny only had 25 armor, so that shock dart lit him up so much. Just the one bullet as they swung out could have taken him down. And the fact that he tanked it, I mean, obviously ADS did on the operator. That could have been a big difference maker at the start, but he's being healed up now. Zumba, not quite in the same boat. He'll get a little bit of heals because they're going to have to rotate over to the A side. That's where G2 are pushing in right now. Nukia seizing all the control yet again. And we've seen Zumba try to hold this position with a judge. This time he rotates over to play Hookah, and that's when Nukia comes and would have fallen right into his trap. Instead, he's picking up a third kill and dominating the A site. I mean, F4Q, again, facing into a judge retake, and the judge only has 11 HP.
One enemy remaining.
God, it's just going to be too easy. It's a round and a half from Nukia. A Prime Gaming flawless. He's almost got his ultimate back online once again, and that's been something he's just been able to farm up over quite a few rounds. And I actually, again, I want to look at this map in particular to what we saw last time. I feel like Nukia was almost trying to play Bunny at his own game. Like, I saw a load of rounds where he's like, you know what? I'm going to buy the judge, and I'm going to blast, and they just get shot in the face. So the fact that he's almost just gone, why am I trying to play someone else's map when I'm the best player in the server?
Yeah.
Right? He's looking so much better today. And it also helps that Kellogg's going from Sage to Sky is night and day. Like, he has been fantastic.
100%. The value brought by a Sky, obviously we saw it before, but allowing Mixwell to be on a Viper as well.
Yes.
This composition overall, I am a much bigger fan of, and certainly G2 are showing that it's working damn well. Buying up so much more space for Nukia to just dash out on the sites. And this time Bunny is in a lot of trouble, tucked up close. That nade's gonna force him out. Good shutdown by Kellogg's. He's ready for the back site fight. This is absolutely gorgeous from G2.
Yeah, he's having a game.
50 HP and he's challenging. That's not so good because there's sheriffs on the other side. Probably don't want to get one shot to the body.
Mitch, I'd like to introduce you to Kellogg's. He likes, when he gets 2 kills, he is going for the third. That's not even a question. That happens on every single map, be it after plant, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
The man likes to try and ruins people's days. So, yeah.
Oh, Zumba, I like this. Going through the snake bite, he's going to take the risk, knows that he has to hit that one-shot headshot anyways. But it's Kellogg still hunting with 49 HP against Sheriffs.
They got cash.
And he's going to be punished for it. And so is Mixwell. And now the bravado comes back to slap you. This isn't a round they're going to lose. I mean, I would be very surprised if they did. But look at how much they've lost already. Nukia, far enough away that he won't get one shot, but 5K has a chance up against Coldamenta, knowing that he's here. But the information's being exchanged, hasn't it? 5K just wants to pick up one of these weapons as he runs on out. Oh, are they letting him get it? They're letting him save. Well, I mean, look, we highlight the issues that are potentially there. They continue doing them, and then they get slapped by it. Sure, they win the round, but lost 2 rifles and gave one away to the other team. Was that worth it, Tom?
Probably not. I think we might be seeing maybe a little bit of overconfidence. I also want to add in a horrible caveat.
Yeah.
That was 5K's first 2 kills.
Oh yeah, okay. That's I didn't even notice that. That's a little bit shaky. And you brought up the point earlier about how this guy's been bottom of the scoreboard for the team, despite like seconding in as a duelist, and well, and also having a lot of praise around his name. This is a guy you'll hear a lot of conversation around, so we need to see him step it up. And I have to say, I know someone's going to make the comment, well, actually, see, Kellogg's was one away from ultimate, so he wanted to go take a fight or die. No, he gave a rifle away. Let's not have that. Nade out of Bunny gets a kill. That might be the first kill I've seen over to, like, that deep in Fountain with a nade at the start of the round. You never see that.
The other thing to add as well is they won this map last time. It's the one map that 5K finished top. So the fact that he's had such a rough start is a really, really bad sign for F4Q on their map choice. And, well, we all saw how Ascent went last time. 7-2, an even trade to start. And already Coldamenta's looking to try and clear out some of these angles. He's still got that Odin.
Yeah, oh, you're dead. You are so dead. Still standing there up against Coldamenta's Odin. Are you crazy? He's going to be able to take a second kill in this round. Get